Did you know? Singapore's largest utility-scale battery energy storage system was built in just 6 months, the fastest deployment of its size in the world at that time. Located on Jurong Island, the energy storage system was recently scaled up and can power the electricity needs of over 27,000 4-room HDB households in a single discharge.
Sembcorp's energy storage system is but one of many energy solutions that Sembcorp has in its portfolio. Our roots trace back to Singapore's heritage as a petrochemical hub. In the late 1990s, many companies chose to invest in Singapore for their chemical businesses. So Jurong Island was formed, many islands were reclaimed. But most of these companies wanted to have a centralised utilities provider so that they could focus on their core role. That was the first inception of Sembcorp as an energy company. Thereafter, we have obviously grown, now operate in about 11 countries globally. Today, we have a total of 28 gigawatts of power generation capacity. And it's not just growing capacity for the sake of growing capacity. Our earnings have grown steadily over the years.
From 2020 to 2025, Sembcorp's underlying net profit compounded at 27% a year, reaching 1 billion Singapore dollars. The momentum reflects a sharper strategic focus, beginning with the 2020 demerger of its maritime business.
There was a massive, prolonged downturn in the offshore and marine sector, and it really meant that Sembcorp Industries, as they're thinking about longer-term value creation, meant they had to relook at their portfolio. So we agreed with the board, let's restructure Sembcorp Marine into a separate entity. And then what was left was Sembcorp Industries, which by itself also needed a new growth strategy. PDG's role in working with Sembcorp is one of being a value creation steward, making sure that we are bringing our entire network to help inform, strengthen their thinking on what's happening in the landscape. So whatever strategy that we come up with is robust and future-proof. 5 years forward, where do we stand? At the time of the restructuring, the market capitalization of Sembcorp Industries was less than $3 billion, and 5 years on, we are over 10 now. So it's been a really great value creation story.
Alongside its commercial goals, Sembcorp continues to support Singapore's energy resilience and transition.
So the Singapore government likes to frame Singapore's energy landscape as having 4 energy switches: gas, renewables, power imports, and low-carbon solutions. And Sembcorp is a very relevant player in this space. We have grown both the gas as well as renewable business significantly over the last few years. Today, we import about 30% of Singapore's natural gas. In renewable energy, we just celebrated 1 gigawatt peak of solar deployment across over 4,000 sites in Singapore. This includes rooftop spaces, on HDB blocks, on office spaces in industrial parks, as well as across reservoirs. Singapore is a small country, so in order to fully decarbonize, we have already started importing electricity from Peninsular Malaysia into Singapore since 2024. Looking ahead, we're also working on other innovative ways to import electricity into Singapore. One way is using hydrogen as a carrier.
With its gas generation assets, Sembcorp provides the base load that's affordable and reliable. With its pivot into renewables, it is helping us complement that with decarbonizing Singapore's energy landscape. And with the partnerships on imports, it helps develop a more resilient and diversified supply base, which is good for energy security. Sembcorp plays a critical role in Singapore's energy transition story, so every generation prospers.